2 weeks ago, I did a video on the new MacBook Pro, and I told you guys that I was gonna make a video on some of the accessories that I've bought for this notebook. So here's the deal. The biggest problem with the MacBook is the lack of a USB Type-A 3.0 port. Look, I get it. Maybe Apple should have included at least one of these ports, but they didn't. Maybe they should have included a dongle, but they didn't. So here's the thing that you can do. One, vote with your wallet, meaning don't buy the latest MacBook Pro. Plain and simple, send a message to Apple letting them know that they screwed up. Or maybe it's not that big of a deal and some of these products may change your perception on possibly buying the new MacBook. So let's go ahead and start off with the very first adapter. This is not a dongle, this is a very small adapter that you can pretty much plug into any of the USB Type-C ports. So I'm gonna go ahead and just plug this in, and it has this little cool LED light letting you know that there is power. And now I can plug any USB Type-A 3.0 onto that, or obviously 2.0 because it's backwards compatible. So here I have a Western Digital, just a backup drive that I typically use. And what I'm gonna do is just plug it in, and then just like that, I have a USB 3.0 without needing that crazy dongle sticking out. I mean, let's face it, you still need a cable to connect to it. So the way I look at it is not really gonna change. The cool part about it is that these little Nanda adapters are about $10.99, so it's not that expensive. And yes, maybe Apple should have included it in the box, but they didn't. The other complaint is the lack of an SD card. And although I do agree that kind of sucks because most of the cameras that I use have an SD card, not all of them do. For example, I use a lot of Canon, which uses a CF card, not an SD card. And to be frank with you, I feel like SD cards are kind of going out the window, but that's another whole topic that we can discuss just because of the transfer rate. Anyhow, you could still use something like this to plug into that Nanda adapter, which is what I'm using, and I can go ahead and plug in all of my Canon stuff easily, and it still has that USB 3.0 speeds. The other product I want to talk about is this Kingston. This is a data traveler. This is cool because it is very small, compact. This is a 128 gigabytes. On one side, you have a USB Type-C, and then on the other side is a Type-A 3.0 port. What that means is that you can use your new MacBook with your old MacBook and transfer stuff in between. It's basically like a thumb drive with two connectors available, which is really cool. And I like the fact because this is also not too crazy expensive, and it's also backwards compatible with 3.0, 2.0, and also Type-C. And finally, the last product I want to talk about is this Anker power bank, which has two USB Type-A ports with IQ technology. Basically, it means it's smart enough to detect what type of phone or tablet you have, so it gives it the right amount of voltage. And of course, it has a USB Type-C port so that you can connect this directly to your MacBook Pro, which is kind of cool because you never really thought that you could actually recharge your MacBook with a power bank. So how cool is that? Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna leave links to all of these cool products down below. And as you can see, Type-C is already evolving and we have these cool accessories, and as the months go by and the years go by, eventually everything will start to turn to Type-C. Follow me on Snapchat if you guys wanna watch behind the scenes. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.